Back in 2009, during my junior year of high school, I was sitting in English class as the school year was winding down. We were busy working on our final projects, which required us to use the school's laptops. Unfortunately, the library was closed for the week because of some sort of damage or renovation work, although I couldn't recall the specifics of what had happened. Despite the library being off-limits, I was fairly certain that the laptop carts were still being kept in a back room of the library, as they typically were. At some point, my teacher asked if anyone wanted to go down and get the cart, so I raised my hand. Not because I was particularly eager to get the laptops, but because I really had to use the bathroom, and this would be a good excuse to take a quick break. After using the restroom, I made my way to the library. The lights inside were off, and the whole place felt unusually empty and dark. There was just enough light coming in through the few windows for me to make my way around. The laptop carts were typically kept in a back room of the library, which had a glass window looking out into the main area. This back room was pitch dark, so I tried the door handle but found it locked. At this point, I was unsure what to do. I didn't want to go back to the classroom and explain that I couldn't get the cart, so I started looking around the library, hoping to find someone, maybe a staff member, who could help. That's when I heard something strange coming from one of the study rooms in the back corner of the library. It was a persistent clicking sound, and as I walked closer, I realized the door to the study room was slightly cracked open. The room was dark inside, but I could see through the windows that looked into the room, and I thought I saw a figure standing in the back corner. My curiosity got the best of me, and I pushed the door open a little further, calling out into the room. My voice echoed, but no one responded. I tried flipping the light switch, but the lights didn't come on, confirming that the power had been shut off in the library. I stepped into the room a bit, still unsure about what I was seeing. At first, I thought I was looking at a person. From the doorway, it appeared to be a humanoid figure, head, torso, everything. But as I got closer, something felt off. It was as if the figure was somehow wrong, not quite human. The longer I stared at it, the more disturbing it became. The figure's head seemed unnaturally large, easily twice the size of a normal human head, and the thing itself was impossibly tall, probably 7 or 8 feet. It was completely still, and I was frozen too, unsure of what I was witnessing. My heart was pounding, and my instincts were screaming at me to run, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. That's when I noticed movement in the corner of the room, and the sheer panic of the situation hit me all at once. I turned and bolted out of there, sprinting out of the library as fast as I could, my heart racing. I ran into a teacher I knew, Miss Carp, who was walking down the hall. I was frantic, almost breathless, and I asked her to follow me into the library. She looked at me sternly and asked why I was even in the library since no one was allowed inside that week. I told her I'd been sent to get the laptops, but Miss Carp maintained her serious tone and informed me that all the laptop carts had been moved to the presentation room. Apparently, I had missed that announcement from my teacher earlier. Despite that, I still insisted that she come with me to see what I'd seen. Miss Carp reluctantly followed me into the library, but when we reached the back room, there was nothing there. Not only was the back room completely empty, but the lights were on now too. Miss Carp was clearly annoyed, and she dismissed me, likely thinking I had imagined the whole thing or just made it up. I didn't argue with her, and I ended up going back to class with the laptop cart from the presentation room, telling my teacher I'd made a mistake by going to the wrong room. I never told anyone else about what I saw. I didn't want to sound crazy or like I was making things up. I don't know if I believe in ghosts or the paranormal, but I'm certain about what I saw that day. It's hard to explain, and maybe I'm just being dramatic, but I know for sure that whatever I saw in that room was not a normal person. It was something else, something big, and not human.